Everyone, here's my video for the coordinates worksheet for Year 7s, otherwise known as Spiderweb in the Wind. This is what we're attempting to create here. We put on our coordinates and we've joined them with lines. And then when we animate it using these three sliders up here, we've got dynamic colors. And we can make it look like a spider web in the wind. But I just changed a setting on it, and I'm going to turn that setting off so you can see what it looks like without it being on. Okay, if you go there, right click, I'm going to put show trace on, and then I'm going to turn it off. Now we can animate. Well, there's still some lines where the show trace is selected. Must be these ones up here. Okay, well, I'm unable to turn off show trace without really slowing it down. Okay, that's where we're going. I'm going to close that down and make a new one. We have to make a GeoGebra account before we can get anywhere with this. So there's the link. So with our students, they have to go Google, and then it's all very easy. Okay, let's do it. I've got to put on some points, and the points should be where my mouse is now, I think, but might go a little bit wrong. It's not so important as long as it looks vaguely octagonal. Okay, now instead of choosing the polygon here, I put all the points in individually. The reason for that is I can change them individually as well. Next, we're going to join them together with segment. And now we're going to join the internal points to each other, again using segment. It's a nice relaxing quarantine task for the students. I'm not going to do it with every single point, but I am going to do it with a few. Okay, now maybe I'll do it with C and call it a day. Okay, we've got enough lines going on there now. Now we want to select all of these. So control click in this column is easier than clicking on the screen. You can see they're getting selected. You have to hold down the control key. Make sure you don't misclick, because if you misclick once, you lose your whole selection. It's not liking my control key at the moment. What I'm going to do then, maybe you can, no you can't, you have got to click them all individually. But this time I'm not going to be smart, I'm going to turn them off as I go through in case I lose it again. Holding down the shift key seems to work a lot better than the control key when you're selecting multiples. But if you click on the circle, you lose it, so you've got to avoid that. Might be getting there. Let's turn the labels off everything. Possibly that's enough. No, I've got B. Yeah, done. Okay, almost halfway through. Put on some sliders. I'm going to change that from -2 to +2. And then I'm going to duplicate that, make another slider, but again I'm going to change it -2 +2. Okay. Now, if we change the figures on the sliders, this will have no effect on anything. No effect on anything at all. So I've got to do that again. So click on U and then -2. Okay, we have that. If we animate these, it will do nothing. You can take that one off the screen. Now I have two variables which are going to keep changing. And if I want to make a point move, I just have to push plus O and U. Okay. So go inside one of the points and just push, press plus O and then plus U. And then we'll see what happens when we animate these now. We're making point A move. So we do that for a couple more points. You can have more sliders as well. And then you could vary the points moving a little bit more, but that's enough for me for now. And then plus U. I'm going to have plus 2 times O, just for variety. You don't have to be plus O, it could be 2 times O or 3 times O. So one point will move more than the others. Okay, that's my spider web in the wind. Now what remains is I've got to remember which points are moving. B and D. I only made B and D move. I'm going to make that move as well. 0.5 times O and plus 3 times U. Let's make that move a lot. Right. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, there's a bit more movement going on there. Okay, close. Now what I'm going to do is change the colors of these things. So I'm going to control click on a few lines, just like that. Go to advanced. In red, red, green, and blue. Now these are the points that I'm changing: B, D, and G. So in red, I'm going to go the Y position of B. And green, I'm going to go the X position of D. It doesn't matter as long as it's one of the points that's not that is changing, and I can go the Y position of G in there. Okay, done. Let's animate that and see what happens. Well, the lines change color as the points they're connected to are changing as well. If you wanted to make this a little, well, we could go show trace and see what happens with that. Now, every time they move, they leave a shadow of where they've just been. I'm not sure that's better, but with a good use of colors, perhaps it would be. And if you want to turn that off again, we can go there, show trace, turn it off. Okay, so here's a review of what we just achieved. We put on some sliders using this slider option here. We can change the numbers on the sliders depending on how far we want the line to move. We put in our 8 points and we animated 3 of them, and we joined the points with lines, and we use dynamic colors to change the colors as the points move around. We could experiment a bit more with this and have 2 times by the Y position of B in there. And we can get completely different colors. See, it's changing them, but there's no trace anymore. Okay, guys, that is it. At the end of this, and this is very important, go here, go save, wait for it. Wait for it a bit more. and then you go to share. And then you copy the link. Get the students to do this so they don't lose their work. Copy the link and paste it into the yellow slot without forgetting to make sure it is a link so a teacher can just click on it. Okay, that's the end of my video on coordinates in all 4 quadrants. We made an animated spider web in the wind. See you next time, everybody.